We were never supposed to have class in room 2A. That's what made it weird from the start. The PA crackled before homeroom and told all students in Mr. Halbrook's group to report to temporary classroom 2A, second floor, East Wing. But our school doesn't have an East Wing. At least, I didn't think it did. Still, we followed the signs. Paper arrows taped up that hadn't been there the day before. They were printed on that thick, grayish cardstock the school only uses for detention slips and fire drill maps. We kept walking past where the second floor ends, past the senior lockers, past the rusted fire doors no one ever opens. At the end of the hallway, there was a door we'd never noticed. Plain, unlabeled, open. Inside was room 2A. It was silent and cold, the kind of cold that doesn't come from air conditioning, but from something old and empty. The lights were already on. Desks were already arranged. 10 of us entered. The door shut behind us. There was no teacher, no welcome. Just 10 desks and a whiteboard with one sentence written in thick black marker. One of you is already gone. We laughed nervously. Some thought it was an elaborate drill. Some thought it was a prank, but none of us left. We sat. We waited. The lights didn't flicker. The clock didn't tick. There was no sound. Not from the hall, not from outside, not even from the vents. Just a flat, ringing silence. Then the first desk was empty. We didn't see it happen. We just looked, and it was. The chair pushed in, desk untouched. We counted heads. 9. Someone was missing, but we couldn't agree on who. Each of us remembered a different person in that 10th seat. Some said Melissa, others said Kevin. I swore it was Caleb, but there was no bag left behind, no name tag, no trace. Then a second sentence appeared on the board. 8 will notice. 1 will lie. No one saw it being written. We started asking questions. Who do you remember? Did you see someone leave? Are we being filmed? The girl across from me, her name was Lydia, I think. She started crying. She said her twin was in that room, that they'd sat next to each other, but no one remembered anyone who looked like her. Then another desk was empty. 7 of us, and panic now. We tried the door. It wouldn't open. Not locked. Just unresponsive. Like it wasn't a door anymore. Like the room didn't want us to leave. The whiteboard read, 6 are real. 1 is not. That's when we started accusing each other. Someone suggested we all write our names down. Someone else said we should say our birthdays out loud. We tried to find something that didn't match. We failed. Then Lydia was gone. 5 left. Then 4. By now, I was too afraid to speak, too afraid to sit still. The board just kept updating, even when no one was looking. 3 are aware. 1 regrets. I couldn't tell who was missing anymore. Everyone looked like they were trying to remember someone they'd never met. Like we were all just copies of people who used to be there. I found a scrap of paper under my desk, torn, yellowed. It had 1 line written in pencil. If you can't remember the 9th, it's you. I read it twice. Then I looked up. I was alone. The room was silent again. 10 desks, 1 whiteboard, and 1 sentence left behind. The 10th never existed. And now I'm writing this, trying to recall the names, the faces, the details. I can still see the room in my head. Still feel the cold, still hear the nothing. I keep counting my memories, but there's always one missing. Can you figure out who was never real? Or was it me? Check the comments for the answer.